Folks, your OS reviews. You're watching our video review of the Jabees BSport. This is a Bluetooth 4.0 enabled sports headphones that's really easy to attach, and it's not going to fall loose whenever you're biking or cycling or even running and jogging around. They come in several different color options. We have the red version here. It also comes in green and blue, and it retails for under $60 on Amazon.com and also through the manufacturer's website. The BSports are a pretty feature-packed pair of Bluetooth headsets. For example, they do have NFC support, so you can simply pair it just by tapping your phone onto the headsets themselves, and then the pairing takes just a few seconds to complete. It also has two microphones instead of just one, so for answering calls, it has noise cancellation. This translates to some pretty clean and crisp phone calls if you're using it to talk to someone in real life. This particular speaker also has the aptX CSR certification, so it has pretty good audio quality in addition to the talking quality, and it also has a 5-hour rated battery life, which is good because the average is about 3 to 4 hours, and the standby time is about 100 hours or so. These are pretty rugged and easy to use, and you can see how it is also sweat-proof in addition to being waterproof, so you can submerge it in a bit of water, perhaps when you're showering or going for a swim, and it still will work, which is pretty nice. And there's also a QR code here to learn more information about the company. Behind this little flap here, you can see the product inside, so very nice presentation. And our review unit actually arrived within 3 days of ordering, so very fast shipping from the manufacturer as well. So opening up the packaging, a warranty card that you can use to register your device. There's also a case that's included that you can use to carry around your headphones with when you're traveling, in addition to a micro USB cable that's meant for charging the actual Bluetooth earpieces themselves. It takes about 2 hours to fully charge. Get an assortment of different adjustable pieces for the hooks and also for the silicone tips to get a more comfortable fit depending on your ear size. And finally, there's instruction manual printed in full color, which is actually very, very impressive. Shows a lot of attention to detail. And also a more detailed warranty guide is also included. So quite a bit of instruction is shown in here that you can read and get through if you're wondering how to use this. So very good documentation from the manufacturer. Going back to the design of the actual Jabees BSport Bluetooth headphones or earpieces, they actually have a very rugged design to them. They're crafted out of a soft touch material on the sides, and the actual plastic used here is a glossy piano black finish, which does attract quite a bit of fingerprints, but since these are waterproof and you can go for a dive or kind of wash them off, it's not really too much of an issue. The NFC contact point is on the side here. You can simply tap on your phone if your headset does have the NFC support to link it to the Bluetooth automatically. They have a lot of malleability to them, so they are very flexible and easy to change, including the earpiece itself, so you can bend it and shape it to your will, so it's very easy to actually use and to wear and get a pretty comfortable fit overall. In terms of the size, they're a bit larger than your average Bluetooth earpieces, but because these are sports-oriented and they're meant to be worn for exercising, you're going to be running around, jogging around, and also they are waterproof, I think that it's going to be pretty manageable just because they're not meant for, just pure audiophiles or kind of leaning back and listening to that music. So on the very top, you'll find access to the controls. These correspond to the on-off switch. You also have access to the micro USB port for charging. It does not come fully charged, unfortunately. There's also keys for answering calls and also the volume rockers, which also dubs as the skip tracks if you're listening to music. The controls themselves are tactile, responsive, and easy to press. Unfortunately, the placement itself is a little bit counterintuitive, so you kind of have to remember the placement, and you can definitely get acclimated to it after you use it for a few weeks, at least in our tests. But otherwise, a pretty solid design. With everything else, you can see you have the microphone on the sides there for answering calls and talking, and it picks up sound relatively nicely. The cord length is a little bit short, but you do wear this behind your neck, so it goes on the back of your neck when you're wearing them, so they won't accidentally fall out when you're using them as well. The actual silicone tips are very comfortable. They're angled slightly to provide a tighter fit as well, and overall the design, we are fans of it. We think it looks pretty dynamic and interesting looking, certainly very, very dramatic with the whole red and black vibe going on, but overall we definitely again like what's going on as far as the design is considered. When it comes to actually sound quality, we were impressed with the BSports. The technology on here does a great job of eliminating any static or background sounds that are typically found in Bluetooth earpieces. As far as sound quality goes, there's a lot of bass on these as well, so they pack quite a punch in terms of the music experience. There's a lot of clarity, but it doesn't have the greatest range in the world. With that being said, they are very, very loud. So if you are exercising or running around, you can be rest assured that you will be able to hear what's going on in the back, which is a nice addition for these particular earpieces. In terms of battery life, we actually got about 4.5 hours before they ran out of juice, so they kind of fell short of the 5 hours advertised time just a little bit, but overall the battery life is still impressive and a bit better than the average, even though the size of these are a little bit larger than your average Bluetooth earpieces as well. So at the end of the day, we have to say that the Jabees BSport are a compelling purchase just because it combines so many features into one product. It has NFC, it's waterproof, it has great audio quality, and also noise cancellation, which is a great feature to have, I guess, if you are talking in noisier environments, perhaps out in the open at a marketplace. And we found that it did work pretty well. At the same time, though, the placement of the microphone was a little bit odd because it's not too close to your actual mouth. So when you're talking, you kind of have to kind of speak a little bit louder. However, the noise cancellation for the background sounds definitely works. To check out more about these particular earpieces, be sure to read our full review. This has been our video. Thanks for watching. This has been the Jabees BSport Bluetooth 4.0 sports headphones.